Hi, welcome to Tally Alley, where we do dumb stuff. I'm Evan, and this is Haley, and welcome back to Movie Alley Week 2.
This week we saw Maleficent, and I went and saw the Addams Family, so kid movies this week.
Sounds like mostly. Like it's mostly a kid movie, but like it's less kid.
Maleficent, actually, the majority of the people in the theater with us were not kids.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think, been like a couple weeks since it came out. So probably a lot of people weren't taking their kids to a late evening showing.
Yeah. No one goes to a movie on
It was a Friday.
Was it?
Yeah, we saw Maleficent on Friday evening. So.
I forgot already.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Maleficent 2, the second one.
Yeah, Mistress of Evil.
Was pretty good.
Pretty good.
I liked it. I'm not like crazy into Maleficent storyline, Sleeping Beauty, and all that as much. Though I do believe Prince Philip is the best Disney prince ever.
Yeah.
I think I preferred this storyline to the first one because the first one just felt like they were like, let's do Sleeping Beauty, but what if she wasn't the bad guy?
I think that I, in a way, felt like this movie really didn't have much of a point before we went and saw it, because I was like, why do we have to, because it was like rehashing the same thing, oh, she's bad, but she's not bad, but at the same time, this one was really funny.
Yeah.
Like, really hilarious. I guess we'll do spoilers. Or are we trying to not be spoilery?
It's up to you.
Well, first off, my favorite character is the Raven. I don't remember his name. He has a very odd name, and I meant to look it up so I could know how to say it, but I absolutely love him. He's my favorite character. He was my favorite character in the first one, and he definitely
He's a great, comic relief, but he's also, one of the best characters when things get serious, too, just because, he has, that level-headed, kind of snarky attitude that kind of goes with everything.
Well, because, him, training her, on how to say hello and, how to smile, as if she wasn't capable of doing that, and so he was trying to, teach her how to do it, as if this Raven knew more about human tendencies.
He kind of runs, all of the emotions you need in a character, and he does it for everyone in the movie, since everyone else just has, one emotion, and they just stick with it. Well,
and I think, overall, he's the type of character that you would think that he's just, the sidekick, he's just kind of, this throwaway character, but actually, he plays a very big part in how the film, I think, tone is received and stuff like that.
Definitely.
The Evil Queen was awesome.
Yeah, I actually loved that, because the first one, I liked it, but it felt kind of dull, because, we knew what was going to happen. We knew the movie was about Maleficent, but what if she wasn't so bad? Yeah. So we knew exactly what was going to happen. It was going to be Sleeping Beauty's story, but Maleficent saves her. That's what everybody was expecting to happen. This one, from the trailers you could kind of infer, oh, the Queen's going to be evil, right? But, the Queen was actually a really great, villain.
Yeah, she was, I think a much more intense villain than a lot of people were expecting. I think a lot of people, and, I kind of went in expecting her to kind of just be, not really an evil person, just someone that was just trying to be welcoming, and Maleficent was just very much opposed to that. But she's a major villain.
They totally switched up, because Maleficent was wasn't even just being stuck up or anything. They genuinely gave a villain to where Maleficent wasn't even bad at all, really.
Yeah. Well, and I do think it was funny though at the end of this movie, it was the absolute quickest wedding.
Absolutely.
On the planet. It was they were running out of time and oh, they need to get married. It did feel very rushed, and it's definitely a Disney ending.
Yeah.
For sure. Because, it's kumbaya, everyone's best friends and buddies now, and we're all gonna live in peace, as if it's only just one kingdom that they've dealt with, and there's the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's not going to probably be on the plane with us. I mean, I guess there was guests there from the wedding, from other kingdoms, but at the same time...
Maybe, but the thing is,
they briefly kind of showed one person that, looked to be very opposed to the fact that the fairies got to walk in first, but, they didn't really, play on that, oh, there was all these dignitaries from other countries there type thing.
Yeah, they kind of, wrapped it up in about, there was, this 30-second, scene where everyone went from, trying to kill each other to suddenly they're oh, let me help you up. Let's be best friends.
The Maleficent thing was pretty cool because, there was this whole, Phoenix dynamic
that was really cool.
But at the same time, to me, her turning into, a literal, humongously giant Phoenix that was, bigger than the castle felt slightly unnecessary to me.
See, unnecessary, but it matches, because she could turn into a dragon in, the original stuff. So the Phoenix kind of matches the storyline better, Because why does this chick with like bird wings turn into a dragon anyways instead of like a bird?
Yeah, I do like that we got to see like different types and kind of showed like there was different like tribes or different kind of I guess breeds, but they're like kind of people. So I hate saying breeds, but, like,
it's the same.
Different like races of what Maleficent is.
Well, they're all dark fae. It's literally just.
Yeah, but they're from different areas, so like they're different.
Different nationalities.
Different nationalities. So I guess that's the right term for it.
Jeez.
But because they all looked extremely different, and they were all.
It was really cool because they definitely showed that because they literally took like 3 minutes going through all these environments that these people lived in.
It was actually a pretty cool place. I kind of was like.
I kind of wish we
want to leave. Like.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, like they're trapped like in like a cave.
They were, but it was a pretty cool cave.
It's like, pretty cool cave.
Be trapped in a cave.
Cave out of cave.
Cave out. Let's see. Okay, there was a callback to a goat because there was like a joke kind of at the front about Prince Philip being turned into a goat, and then that's what happens to the Queen towards the end.
Yeah.
And yet, like the King's over here. That was such a cheesy
The King was
line.
A weird character.
Yeah.
I don't know how I felt about the King's character.
He was very much almost like a hippie king. Like he just wanted peace and
love. And not even that, but like he just didn't care what happened. Well, the thing he didn't care what happened about anything. But my biggest thing was he gets put to sleep. Okay. And then he wakes up, he looks outside, there's not fighting, but there is like...
Dead bodies
laying around, there's just hundreds upon hundreds of just like these like beast people and stuff from the forest, and then there's like a bunch of people that look like Maleficent, which he was terrified when she showed up, so why would he not be like, why is there a bunch of people? Instead he just walks out and is like, what's up, y'all?
And he's in his dressing gown with like a coat over it. He didn't even like fully get dressed.
He didn't even change. He just threw on like his like king's robe and just walked out with his crown on.
But he makes this comment about how like they don't have to turn the Queen back into a human, and it was just this very odd.
And that was so weird to me because it's like you literally don't even know what happened yet.
Yeah, it felt very.
It felt like he was watching the whole time, but we know he wasn't. Like he has no way of knowing, but he's just. So apparently he just knew that the Queen was just trash. Well,
also, the very, very end of the film, we kind of see, like, the new King and Queen, you know, Prince Philip and Aurora, like, up at the top of the castle, like, looking out, like, I guess the day after their wedding it was supposed to be. And then Maleficent shows up and she's in, like, a 50th outfit because apparently she has all these new outfits this movie.
Yeah.
But... It was like a very awkward moment where she like implies that they're going to start having kids very quickly, and it was just
and then she winked at him.
Yeah, it was a very
and they added a Disney touch. They like gave her that little ding like when she winked, and it was terrifying.
It was really uncomfortable, kind of a scene for like that type of movie, and it just felt like it was very out
of place.
Like there was no need for it.
Yeah.
Like at all, and that wasn't the only like kid. Like moment where they were kind of like, because like the Queen at one point like shows up with this cradle, like I can't wait to have a grandbaby in the house, and it was kind of like you were against them getting married until this morning.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't make a lot of sense, but
good movie though.
Rating
3.5 out of 5.
I think I would give it a 4 out of 5 because it was a very very pretty film. So it was funny. It had a lot of the characters we already knew. There were some really cool creatures in this one that did some really cool things and stuff like that. But I think overall I would give it a 4. But you're a 3.5.
I'm 3.5. I don't think they knew what type of film they really wanted it to be the whole time. So I'm giving them 3.5 because they kept switching back and forth.
And then you didn't go see it with me because you were in class. But I went and saw the Addams Family. So really quick on that one. You didn't want to go see that one because you like Addams Family being darker.
I did not have faith. And some of my friends have told me that the Addams Family was, it was kiddie. Like, I expected it to be kiddie, but more so it got confirmed that it was kind of kiddie. And I really love the Addams Family, like the more grown-up, super dark, like, cool, they just shot a guy and that was their joke.
Well, I was kind of interested to go see it just because of the cartoon style that they were doing with it. And it was a very, like, kiddie, watered-down version of the Addams Family. But the one, like, moment that like made the movie for me that like otherwise I would have been a lot more disappointed in the film was Snoop Dogg is in this movie, and there is like a scene because he plays Cousin It, and there's a scene where Cousin It drives up to the Addams family house and Drop It Like It's Hot's playing, and he's like got like a walking stick. He's like twirling around as he walks up to the door, and it was absolutely the funniest moment in the film and was very much not what I expected from it. And so yeah, I mean, it was like pretty good. Like, kids would very much enjoy it. It did have some darker humor elements to it, but overall definitely a kids movie, so I would probably give it like a 3 out of 5 because it was good for what it was, but it wasn't something what I really wanted from an Addams Family movie. But
yeah, that's why I didn't want to see it.
Yeah. So what are we looking at next week? Black and Blue.
Black and Blue. I might be seeing Rambo, maybe Zombieland 2.
Maybe Zombieland 2, and I want to try and go see The Current War, if possible, depending on the time and how long it stays in our theater. So.
Okay. I literally have no idea what that is.
I'll tell you what it is later.
Alright. That's it for Movie Alley week number 2.